my friends, and welcome back to my channel. My name's Amy, and I'm glad you decided to join me for this spooky edition of my book chat video. As it is October, I felt that it is the perfect time to share with you some of my spooky, scary book recommendations and what I like to read to get into the mood and the spirit of Halloween. First things first, check out my shirt. It's Disney inspired, not inspired, but Disney themed. It says it's just a bunch of hocus pocus with binks on it. And check out my eye makeup. Look it's the guy from Scream. I've never seen the movie because I'm a chicken. But I just really wanted to share my awesome makeup with you. I'm so proud of it. It took a while to do, but it turned out so well. Now I have to put on my glasses so I can read some of the things. But I did just want to show you my awesome makeup with you before we begin. I've got 7 books that I would like to share with you. There's no particular order for these books, but they will definitely get you into the season and the feel of Halloween. The first book is actually a kid's book, and this book freaked me out as a kid. I couldn't sleep after I read it when I was a kid, and I told my husband about it, and Lan really wanted to read it and to have the book. And so it is this book called Hackety Peg by Audrey Wood. Oh, it's bending. Illustrated by Dawn Wood. I will show you a close-up of the book. Does anybody remember reading this as a kid? If you are unfamiliar with the book, I will read the back to you. It says, 7 children named Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. A witch who intrudes on the peace of their cottage, and a spell only the children's mother can break. These dramatic elements form a story that is both contemporary and timeless. Inspired by a 16th century game still played by children today, Hackety Peg is an enchanting story perfect for story time, bedtime, and any time. So that is a brief synopsis of this. Basically, it's a, if you will, classic fairy tale, not fairy tale-esque, but story where the mother is a poor mother, and she goes to the village and she asks to what each of her children wants, and each of the children tells her something specific that they want. So the only stipulation the mother asks is that you not talk to strangers. Do you see where this is going? Anyway, a witch named Hackety Peg comes through. She talks to the children. Something happens, and I don't want to say what it was because it is a big spoiler. But this book, children's book, creeped me out and gave me the willies and heebie-jeebies. So if you are looking for a heebie-jeebie creepy book, don't let this kid's book don't be, what the words I'm looking for, don't push it off to the side thinking it is not a scary book. This book, I've gotten over this book. This book doesn't scare me anymore, but this is a very creepy, eerie book. The pictures in it are just, they are absolutely beautiful. I will show you some of that because here is what some of the book looks like. I don't know if you can see, but the paintings in here are absolutely beautiful. So yes, this book used to creep me out as a kid. I don't know why. I checked it out from the library, but it seemed cool at the time. But this, don't brush this off, guys. This is a very, if you want, I guess this would be a good book to introduce children to like the creepy, scary element. Anyway, I'm talking too much about this book. But that is the first book. The second book that I would like to share with you is called Crimson Bound by Rosamund Hodge. This is a awesome retelling of Little Red Riding Hood. It takes you on thrills and chills. Awesome book. I love reading this. It's action-packed, not adventure, but more mystery, I suppose. It is an awesome book if you are wanting to get into a retelling of Little Red Riding Hood. The next book I would like to share with you is called Entwined by Heather Dixon. Now this is a retelling of The 12 Dancing Princesses, and I love this because it is filled with mystery, creaky doors, unknown mystery, but it still keeps you intrigued on the edge of your toes with a fairy tale-esque like theme to it, if you will. I loved it. It is a awesome story. Again, it has more thrills, chills, mystery, with a fairy tale-esque like aspect to it. If you like that kind of thing, and there's fog, I think, rolling in there. This definitely is the book for you. I highly recommend it. The next book that I would like to share with you is a vampire book, and it is called Blood, Life, Death, Destiny by K.J. Wignall, Wignall, and I may be saying that last name wrong, so I apologize. Here is the cover. Ooh la la, look at that, huh? If you do not know what this book is about, I will read the back to you. It says, Will held the wrist, then cut a short, neat line up the arm. As the blood started to flow, his instinct was to lap it up urgently. So great was his need. But just as he was about to lock his mouth around the wound, Jack spoke from deep within his trance. He's calling. Despite his hunger for blood, Will sat back on his haunches and stared at Jax in shock. This didn't happen. His victims didn't speak. So it is about a vampire, and he has to solve a sort of a mystery. Something unexpected happens. Again, don't want to spoil it, but if you are looking for a good, fresh take on vampires and just a good mystery aspect to it, I would highly recommend this book. The next book I would like to share with you is a book that is called Wolves of Winter's Edge, Gentry by T.S. Joyce. Now, if you cannot tell, this is a spicy, sexy book about three brothers who are all werewolves, and their dad, they live up in the mountains, and they are there to spread their father's ashes, but everything isn't all what it seems in the town, and drama happens with lots of romance. This is not a book for young readers just because of the adult content in it and the graphic nature, but if you are looking for a spicy, fun thriller romance, I would call it, this is the book for you. There are also 2 more books in the trilogy. This book this series blew me away. Absolutely loved it. It was perfect. Chef's kiss. Mwah! If werewolves aren't your thing, I have another book that I recently got into the last few years, and it is by Neil Gaiman, and it is called Coraline. There's also a movie, which I actually fell in love with the movie before I read the book. It is a chill. It is about a girl named Coraline, and she has to go on a thrilling mystery, and she discovers this new dimension. But again, things aren't always what they seem, and she gets into a situation, and she has to solve the mystery, and other stuff happens. It's very eerie and creepy. I love this book. And I am not a creepy, scary book kind of gal, but I absolutely loved this book. I also loved the movie. If you are unfamiliar with it, let me read the back to you. It says, when Coraline steps through a door to find another house strangely similar to her own, only better, things seem marvelous. But there's another mother there, and another father, and they want her to stay and be their little girl. They want to change her and never let her go. Coraline will have to fight with all her wits and courage if she is to save herself and return to her ordinary life. So that is what it's about. Again, if you are looking to get into thrillers and maybe scary books, I'd actually recommend this one. This is a good dip your toes in the water type of book. The next book I have for you is another vampire book, and it is called Immortal Envy by A.D. Justice. This is about, it says, I'll read the back, it says, 2 brothers, best friends, immortals. 1 woman, the subject of their mutual obsession, but for very different reasons. The end result will change the New York City vampire clan forever. Immortals can hold a grudge for a long time. So, this book is about 2 brothers who fall for the same girl, and it goes through their ups and downs throughout time, sort of, and obviously drama ensues. Very, very good thrills, chills. You never know what's coming. Also, I will say too, this book is not for the younger readers. There is sexual content in here, and it is a little graphic. So, if you are looking for a dark thriller vampire book, I would highly recommend Immortal Envy by A.D. Justice. I absolutely loved it. Good new take on vampires as well. Awesome. And the last book that I would like to share with you is, in my opinion, an absolute Halloween classic. I love reading this book. I actually audiobooked it a long time ago, and I fell in love with the story, and that book is none other than Washington Irving's The Legend of Sleepy Hollow and Other Writings. To me, nothing says classic Halloween story like Ichabod Crane and the Headless Horseman. It invokes and embodies everything I think that makes a Halloween story good. It's enriching, it's thrilling. Yes, it is a classic, and it's not, if you will, traditional, if you will, on the scary side with blood and guts and gore, and but it has a different thrill in a classic way that I absolutely adore. I think it is one of the Halloween books, if you will, that I think everybody should read once. Also, there is awesome, good audiobooks of this story. If you're not into reading it, because if you find the right one, they add sound effects, and it just so gets you in the right there along Ichabod Crane. And I could just go on about this book. I absolutely love it. So if you're looking for something new, I would try The Legend of Sleepy Hollow and other other writings by Washington Irving. So that is all the books for today. I also would like to do a shout out and say that if you are looking for just a book in general, not necessarily spooky, I have also written a book, and it is called Legends, Orbs of the Elements. Now, this is a action adventure fantasy story, and it follows a young man named Leon, and he has to go on a quest. What that quest is, I don't want to say because it gives it away. But if you are looking for something new and fresh in the fantasy story, I would definitely give my book a try. I think you will really enjoy it. I have new fantasy elements into it. I wrote new fresh storylines and new characters and things that haven't been done a lot in fantasy. So if you are interested, go please check out my book. And my friend shared something with me about my book that is very, very exciting. I have to go get my iPad to read it, but let me just get it. She shared something with me that was so exciting. She wrote to tell me that she found my book on Hoopla, and that is a library lending app, and it looks like this. So if you are interested in and checking that out, that is another way to read my book. If you are interested in finding my book, it can be purchased on Amazon.com, BarnesandNoble.com, Apple iBooks, and other online bookstores. So that's all the video for today. Thank you so much for watching. In the comments down below, tell me one of your favorite books you like to read during the Halloween season, or your favorite scary movie if you have one. Until then, I will see you soon in my new video. Bye-bye, everybody. Happy reading.